Guys, the fanbase is not happy about Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash. I'm talking about the hate on Twitter, the constant downplaying on various Discord servers, YouTube videos making thumbnails like this asshole over here. So today I'm going to talk about why the community thinks Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is going to fail. Before we get into today's topic, let's do a quick recap on what sort of game Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is. After all, not everyone is familiar with the game, and if I have learned anything on the internet, it's that nobody knows what they're talking about. Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is a 2v2 arena fighter which has 18 confirmed playable characters, a number which might actually become 19 because the Japanese Twitter page asked us who's gonna lead us to victory this year, and Ichiji is part of the GIF. It's common for arena fighters to include joke characters, but I don't remember him fighting at all, not even in the manga. Let me know down in the comments if he fought with anyone, guys, I'm really curious. With all of that out of the way, I think it's time to deep dive into what's happening in the community, what's making people cancel the game even before it's released. While I do think that some of the complaints are out of pure jealousy by the Naruto Storm community, I genuinely feel like some people just don't wanna touch a game that was made by the same people who developed My Heroes One Justice. One Justice is a game which was hailed as one of the most floaty game, which is also one of the biggest complaints Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash has received so far, but everyone keeps forgetting that these are also the people who are responsible for one of the best netcode in arena fighter history, so let's give them some slack. They might know what they are cooking this time around. Until the game is out, I don't really think anyone can actually judge how Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash feels to play, and I would argue that even the people who tried the game at various conventions also don't know either, and that's for two reasons. One, the build they were playing on was an early test build which didn't have any means to play with each other, therefore everyone was playing on their own against bots, and two, is simply because their time was limited. You don't actually understand how a game works, you don't actually get the feel of the game until you invest a few days playing it at the comfort of your home. I don't expect anyone to go hard on the game and play it for hundreds of hours, especially because if the fun only starts after a week of training, then that means the game struggles at keeping the beginners invested. However, this mindset of mine only includes the casual players and not the reviewers. And since not everyone has gone to Comic Con to make a review about the test build, that means the vocal minority doesn't understand how the game works or feels so far, and they certainly don't know how the full product itself will look like either. Also, let's not forget that we're talking about an anime game which instantly bumps down my expectations a lot. I haven't experienced a single anime game that I could have high expectations for. If you wanna treat this game as your main game, you're definitely gonna get disappointed. I do have to, however, side with the fans whenever it comes to showing off something to the public. If you don't wanna get judged based on an unfinished build, then don't show it off at all. Some people say this game will not be competitive, it's not gonna be like the Storm series or Demon Slayer. Good! I'm fed up with games that are trying to become the next coming of Jesus. Not every game needs to be esports ready. You don't want to sacrifice fun for balance. This of course doesn't mean there should be no balance at all in the game. If something is broken to the point where it annoys the living hell out of your customers, then it is your responsibility to fix that issue ASAP, otherwise they're gonna leave, but I don't want perfect balance. All I expect from Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is to sit down and play with my boys in a custom lobby, something which has already been confirmed. Just to emphasize one more time, I'm not saying that some of the complaints are invalid, but you guys are digging a grave for an unreleased game for no reason whatsoever. Though, to be fair, it also doesn't help that Bandai is shadow dropping these 10 to 15 second clips on their YouTube channel. Like, why are they not public? It took me days to find out they've dropped the link to a blog post including every single 15-second gameplay clip, which is showing off something important, be that mechanic or just a character. Some of you might feel devastated that local play has been confirmed to not be part of the game at all, and while I share the frustration, this really isn't something that's gonna affect the game on the long run. Like, let's be real, how many of you have played an arena fighter locally with friends? More than once. With all of that said, does this mean that Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is going to fail? Honestly, I don't know. I don't see the future, and neither do you, but at the very least, these reasons are definitely not something that make a game live or die. We're gonna find out during the first week whether the game feels good to play, whether the servers are stable, whether Bandai has decided not to add a rematch option to ranked. Ultimately, it's gonna come down to feel. The game doesn't have a legacy like the Naruto Storm series, so even if it fails, it won't matter, because I can still play with my friends in a 2v2 arena fighter with my favorite Jujutsu character. Or that's what I would love to say, but where's Miwa Bandai? When can I play with her? Release Best Girl! That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I'm not exactly sure if I have answered the title of the video, but I would appreciate if you have let me know if the content was informative enough by clicking the like button and sharing your opinion in the comment section. And if you wanna go beyond, why not subscribing to the channel? It helps me out a lot, trust me. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I really hope you have had a fantastic day, stay safe. Until next time, boys. Peace!